Self-Care in Social Work Part 1. In this short podcast, we will talk about self-care in social work. In this segment, we will also explore classic forms of self-care professional isolation and knowing our capacities and limitations. Often when we hear about self-care, we think about diet, exercise, recreation, and being engaged in outside activities. These are considered classic forms of self care. All of these are important to our well being. Learning new skills, which are unrelated to social work, helps to energize us. For example, learning to dance or swim, taking up gardening, or learning carpentry, etc. Restores our spirits after we have witnessed pathology of various degrees on a daily basis. However, in addition to these classic forms of self care, we also need to pay attention to what we do on the job to minimize our stress or at least cope positively with it. You've probably heard some people say, when I come to work, I come to work, not to make friends. Well, that may apply to some professionals, but in social work, we need to avoid professional isolation. We are not saying that you have to make close, intimate friends, but you need to seek out supportive colleagues and supervisors so that you can share issues and concerns. These are the people who will probably be able to empathize and help more than anyone else. Do not be afraid of being judged. Stay connected to them. Otherwise, you may find yourself taking home your work problems and talking about them constantly with your friends and relatives who may eventually want to run when they see you coming. One of the reasons that self awareness is so important in social work is because it is a function of self care. We need to know our capacities and our limitations, as well as the fields of practice for which we are suited. We are aware that we often have to go where the jobs are, but if we are not suited for a particular field of practice or type of social work, we must be honest with ourselves. Forcing ourselves to perform in a field of practice to which we are not suited or which is beyond our capacities adds stress to our lives. It is also a disservice to our clients. Next time, we will discuss additional strategies for coping.